I think this whole argument that there is actually a very good and pure BJP. There's actually this wonderful BJP which is about to embrace all the Muslims because the RSS chief made one statement in some book launch is rubbish. It is dishonest. I'm sorry, Zafar Bhai, I'm not talking about you. It is people trying to... Let me finish.
I think that is not right. That is not right.
Let her have a view. I will give you a chance to contradict it. PKT.
You can contradict me. Yeah, I have covered the BJP for a long time, and I know they've also been my friends. But I'm a journalist, so let's just carry that. In today's BJP, the main plank is the personality of one man, a few schemes, and Hindutva. So nobody. I repeat to you, there was a judge was transferred from the Delhi High Court within a matter of 24 hours because he said FIRs need to be lodged against those who say Goli Maro Saloko. He was transferred. Nothing was done. Nothing is ever done to these hate mongers. So the belief that there is this pure, lovely people who actually want to embrace all the Muslims, but there are some misunderstanding and there are some bad people, here and there. It sort of, either I'm a stupid person and I've not seen some analytical evidence on the ground, because all that I see when I cover campaigns from Bengal to UP or Delhi is hatred for Muslims. So I'm not going to buy anything like that,
Okay,
that's
Zafar,
all.
Zafar, this has been your great hope. And today, even you have used the same phrase, Zafar Sareshwala. You've said these were genocidal slogans. And you have also said that the buck stops with the organizers of the rally. But I think what Saba is saying is very important. You need to see demonstrable, visible police action against these goons. Zafar Sareshwala.
See, first of all, I am not a journalist. Okay, I am a businessman and I do a lot of things which have nothing to do with journalism. My plank is very simple, and Saba should know I have not brought BJP in power here or in Gujarat or in UP. My simple axiom is whoever is in the government, I have to deal with them and I engage with them. So my plank is only this much. Now, what I said the people who were there on the stage, you listen to their speeches. They were threatening this government. They were not threatening Muslims. आप सुनिए, even Ashwini Upadhyay, हम चैन से नहीं बैठेंगे. So they were threatening, they were flexing their muscles to the government, not to the Muslims. और वो सब कौन थे? किसी जमाने में किसी को कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी से कुछ मिला था और अभी नहीं मिला. ये जो थे वो समझते थे कि मैं तो इन्हें लॉ मिनिस्टर बन जाऊंगा. एक साहब जो थे, जो फेल्ड टीवी एक्टर, वो समझते थे कि मुझे तो आईएनबी मिनिस्ट्री मिलेगी. तो
आप गजेंद्र चौहान की बात कर रहे हैं जो स्टेज पे थे.
वो लोग थे बरखा, जिनको बीजेपी ने कुछ नहीं दिया. हमारा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो they were actually, and you listen to their speeches, they were threatening the government. हमको ये चाहिए, हमको वो चाहिए, ये 222 कानून निकाल लें. तो वो तो डायरेक्टली थ्रेटन अपनी गवर्नमेंट को कर रहे थे, अगर वो थे तो. एंड मेरा ये है, आई एम नॉट सेइंग बीजेपी मुसलमानों को एम्ब्रेस करेगी, नहीं करेगी, आरएसएस चीफ क्या बोलते हैं, नहीं बोलते. इट्स नॉट माय बिजनेस. माय बिजनेस इज ओनली if they are in the government, wherever I, as a citizen of the country and somebody who's doing something on ground, I have to deal with them day in and day out. So my plank is only this much. I don't care wo government mein kaise hai. I have not brought Saba. I have not brought BJP to power here or Gujarat or anywhere.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. You're being very candid. Actually, you're being very candid. You're being very candid, and I thank you for your candor. Sherbir, you made a very passionate point about the police intervention, and you heard Anmol's account after that. I think, as Amod Kanth said, Anmol's account provides critical testimony in what could otherwise be a he said versus he said sort of contestation for the police.
Absolutely, Barkha. I think Mr. Preetham's testimony definitely gives us he was on the spot. His channel has captured footage from the protest site. So even though Mr. Upadhyay has said that he's not sure about the veracity of the videos being circulated on social media, which is understandable, we've all seen an onslaught of fake news. But I think Mr. Preetham his channel's videography of the protest site, all is compelling evidence for the Delhi police to be able to run a model prosecution. And I think that's what we all want to come back to, is that this needs to be prosecuted. We don't want to just see, and I think Ms. Naqvi made a very important point, we don't want to see 3-4 random arrests. We can clearly see several individuals present. We can clearly see several individuals making inflammatory, bigoted, insightful remarks, and they deserve to be prosecuted to the full extent of law. And I want to sort of come back to a point Mr. Nambiar raised. And I think this isn't really, I don't think any of us are competing for an inflammatory statement made by one community against another deserves any kind of should be condoned, and only if it's against Muslims it should be condemned. I don't think there is that false equivalence. If a Muslim makes insightful statements against a Hindu or a Sikh or a Christian or a Jehovah Witness or a Parsi or whatever you say, we need whoever makes insightful, inflammatory, bigoted statements that would result in physical action, that could result in physical harm, is contrary to the law and needs to be prosecuted. And I think that's where it comes back to.
Absolutely, unequivocally agree.
And I want to leave with one point, and I think, and I don't mean to be disrespectful for the Delhi police. I respect uniform, and I always believe that institutions will sort of find the right way, and there are always wrong apples or rotten apples here or there that take them away. But I'm going to leave an open question. If this was a protest organizer for the CAA, who discounted and said there was physical violence that happened and I don't know who did it, I think in the heart of heart, our stomachs would tell us that that organizer would be arrested. I'm not calling for Mr. Upadhyay's arrest. I do not stand for arrest. Barkha, you've heard me speak on the issue of bail. I will never sort of ask for false incarceration. But I'm drawing the false equivalence of procedure that we are faced with when we are looking at two very different events.